So the last thing that we need to briefly discuss is calibration on GEC. So you'll see here I have settings. Inside the settings, if I go to calibration and I select a school, I see that this teacher has access to the calibration permissions. Now we don't give access to every teacher because this is a powerful system, and so we'll only make it available to a specific teacher. Now I've got a lesson in the teacher's side that's open. Let's go and look at it from the teacher's side here. Where's my mouse? So I've gone into the calibration system from here, and I have selected from this class, this course, this group, and this lesson, the genes lesson. And the students have taken this. These are the scores that the students have received, you know. And what I did here is I said, okay, well, imagine that we had given the students an outside CEFR test, and these scores were actually, you know, lower. This would be, you know, maybe 75, and this would be 92, and this would be, I don't know, whatever it is, right? 79. Let's make this an 82. And you see how this one has gone up, but these are going down. This is -8, -16, -26. I suppose I could do the same here. Let's make this 77 and make this down a little bit, like 85, and make this one, I don't know, 80 to 87 to go up. Just messing around, you know. Let's make this a 62. Make this a 60. And make this a 68. And we'll just do an 83. No, an 84 because I'm going up here. And make this a 70. And we'll just make this one a 65, whatever. Okay, so now we have all of our items filled out here, and we have our totals down at the bottom. What's happening here? This is our speaking. Am I missing something? 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, well, speaking seems to be out of a line here, but anyway, if I run this next right here, I should get my totals. So these are my calibration totals. That reading has to come down 20, listening comes down, you know, 2.5, writing comes down 4, and speaking goes up 4, right? Now if I update this, what'll happen, and I'm not going to do it because this is all fake data, but I'm not going to do it, but what would happen if I did is I would come back here into the course library, and I believe it was 8th grade science, and I believe it was the genes lesson. But I come in here to show this. Here you've got these weightage, this skills weightage, and this is going to automatically calibrate this course down according to the where is it? According to these numbers. Okay. Now you can imagine that the first time I do this, there'll be a large calibration that happens. But the second time it'll be small, and the 10th time it'll be tiny. And we have to be a little bit careful with this because we you know, if you want to get for example, a CEFR test, you have to pay $100. So that's why we would calibrate our tests first. Our inside GEC test calibrated to outside CEFR tests. And then in your test event, you choose, you know, you got 4 students, it's $400 to do this calibration. And then the calibration has to be proximate, like the inside test, the test that we gave on GEC has to be temporally proximate to the test we gave on the outside, because, you know, if it's a month later, then you're going to get miscalibration. But once we have our confidence in our results from our inner tests, then we can use our inside GEC tests. We can use them to calibrate our lessons. So this is a lesson calibration because I didn't know which test had been given to which group. So there's a lot more lessons than tests, right? So I just chose a lesson to illustrate this. But this calibration system is kind of sophisticated, and what we can do is not just calibrate outside test to an inside test, or an inside test to an inside lesson. We can also calibrate an inside test to another inside test. So let's say that we have a TOEFL test and a CFR test and an IELTS test. We can do cross-calibration between our inner tests as well, using the same system. So what that means is that not only can we, going back to this again, not only can we align and support and author material to support these easily, but once we're done with that, we can calibrate. I should add number 4 down here to calibrate. But that calibration system was the last video that I wanted to make on this topic. And again, all the way from our core standards libraries for both our academic standards libraries and our language standards libraries, by mapping other standards libraries through our main library, we both strengthen and associate to already linked content that would support those related standards. And likewise, when we have another nation's curriculum here, maybe we have Vietnamese curriculum that's aligned to the GEC English curriculum, and we're teaching these language standards using this content, we can have sister content in the students' mother tongue that aligns with our GEC content, you see. And so it actually ends up being a pretty powerful network effect relating the content and the standards that we're addressing in the system.